You planned your whole entire day, but you didn't save any energy for the guitar. You get home from work and you drop down into the couch and you spot your guitar in the corner, but your body is just telling you you don't feel like doing anything. This was the exact mindset that I had that kept me from success. But this is me now playing the guitar confidently, even with a packed schedule. Now, I practice less than I ever did, but I'm way better compared to where I was before. And it's not because I had more time, but it's because I have a system that I learned from trial and error and tons of books. Now, if you're this person that just goes on YouTube trying to find YouTube tutorials, you spend tons of hours, not maybe tons of hours, but you spend minutes trying to search for tutorials. And by the time you're already done finding that video, you don't have any more time just to practice. And now you have to head back to work. Then you say you're gonna try next week. But then that next week turns to a whole month, and that month turns into 3 months. Now you haven't practiced the guitar at all. Now you're just sitting to yourself, wondering if you would ever really learn the guitar. And that's a thought that a lot of busy professionals have in their head because their time is so bottled up that they don't have enough time to put into the guitar. The thing is, you're not a lazy person. You're just busy. And that busyness affects you from learning the guitar. All the YouTube videos that you watched in the past, those were videos that were for people that had those times. That videos for people that had all the time they needed to learn that video and digest it. But you, on the other hand, you don't have that time. That's why you're struggling constantly just to play the guitar, even consistently. For example, you practice for one day, but then life got in the way again, and then you literally just forgot the things you just learned. Not only that, but you waste time trying to remember what you learned a couple days ago. On top of that, you also hate the fact that you keep starting over and over again. And that's a problem, a whole cycle that a lot of busy professionals keep getting themselves into. They don't have a system. They rely on the old systems that YouTube teachers gave them. Practice for hours to actually get good. And that framework that they gave you, practicing for lots of hours means lots of progress, is what's causing you to stay behind and inconsistent. And you're afraid with all this time putting into the guitar, you'll never sound good enough. Most people don't even talk about this. They shame people for starting over, but they never embrace that starting over is part of the progress. It's part of the plan. Starting over is a sign of opportunity and growth. Here's why what you tried doesn't work. In courses, they give you a whole bunch of lessons that weren't designed for busy professionals. YouTube videos are the same way. They're all randomized. The algorithm pushes you tons of guitar videos, but they're all randomized. So now you're over here stuck with decision fatigue, trying to figure out which one should I pick? And that's another problem. It's a huge problem that's causing you to slow down. Not only that the algorithm pushes you tons of videos, the lessons are long. They could be ranging from 26 minutes to 30 minutes for a good full tutorial. And you don't really have that much time on your busy days. And there's two types of days. There's a busy day, right? The normal days are when you're lucky. You have 15 to 20 minutes. But on your busy days, you have 5 to 10 minutes max. So are you really able to digest a full video in 5 to 10 minutes max? No, it's impossible. How are you supposed to do that, right? It's impossible. The thing is, you don't need more guitar hacks. You don't need more hours of videos that teachers promise that you're gonna have. What you need is a structured system that fits with your lifestyle. You need a path that will get you towards your goal. Not from randomization, algorithm pushes. You need check-ins to see if what you're doing actually is going to get you to the goal. And another thing you need is momentum. Momentum such as even with 5 minutes a day. I've built a system, even if you have bad days, you will still be able to learn the guitar. Here's why my method will help you succeed. Then I'll give you videos that will fit that time budget. You'll have only one path to follow. You will be learning off of simple frameworks that will help you to actually remember what you learned so that the next day you won't forget it. And I'm gonna give you feedback and accountability. Feedback is gonna help you keep improving constantly, and the accountability is one of the most crucial parts that busy professionals need. Having someone to work with is something that you need. Someone, another human that could help you get you along your path. A lot of busy professionals learn the guitar on their own, and that path could be a little bit lonely, I'm not gonna lie with you. But when you have a whole group of other busy professionals learning the guitar and you being able to network with them, it's gonna help you become more motivated and consistent with the guitar. Here are the 3 exact myths that's gonna keep you stuck. And if you don't fix this myth, then you're gonna be stuck with it forever. And you don't want that to happen, don't you? The first myth is you need more hours in order to improve. This is a complete lie that the system put on us. And to be honest with you, I could see why they would say it, but at the same time, I've realized, especially in college, that more hours doesn't mean more progress. Because you could put in tons of hours into something, but retain so little. Which is why you see tons of guitar players putting so much hours, but then the next day they forgot it. They forgot the one chord that they practiced. They forgot the strings that they learned. And they put in so much hours. How is that even possible? That's because you're putting too much into your plate and you can't even digest all of it because you're shoving down too much information. The second myth, that you need to start over if you miss a day. This is completely wrong. And in fact, you don't need to restart over. You just need a simple review. A review that will allow you to make sure it gets down the next day. The third myth is that you're not talented enough, which is a complete lie, because a lot of busy professionals have been learning the guitar even with the busy schedule. So if they could do it, you can do it too. You don't need talent, you just need a method. Now you just have 2 options from here. Keep restarting every few months, or learn the guitar with a method that bends with your life. And let me be real with you. You've probably done option A for a while now, and it must suck. It must really suck. So I don't know how you're going through. I mean, do you really want to go through that over and over again? And here's what happens if you don't change. Another year is gonna go by, and then another year is gonna go by of you not being able to play the guitar. Then your guitar is just gonna sit there in your closet in the dust, waiting. And then you have a regret saying that I wish I was able to play the guitar. And then you're gonna have this one thought in your mind is like, what if I was actually able to play the guitar? What if my mind was just in the way? At this point, it's not about the guitar anymore. It's about sticking to something that you love. It's about proving to yourself that you can stick to something that you actually love. What happens if you do change? You start to play without overthinking, and you'll feel proud every time you pick up the guitar. Join this program and you'll get your first song in 30 days. Make sure you sign up to book a call with me, and I'll see you on the inside.